I am Arda Eşberk. Every film has had guides who lead the hero and show them the way. In this journey, I am the person who will guide you. Our first topic is what is yoga? When we look at our lives, there are many troubles we experience both inside and outside. In the difficult days we have been through, we can embark on a journey seeking solutions to the problems within us or the problems outside. In this journey, for a person to reach their goal, to achieve their desires, they need a system or a path that will lead them to the target. At this point, yoga can hold a very important place in our lives. So, what is yoga? And how can we benefit from yoga on our life journey? First of all, if you like, let's talk about what yoga really is. You may have watched yoga on television, or you might have come across a lot of information about yoga in magazine news, elsewhere, or in movies. But is yoga really these things we see? Or is it just a series of movements where we take our leg and throw it over our shoulder, making our body look more attractive? Of course not. Yoga is a system, a path with roots going back thousands of years. First, we need to fully understand what yoga is. The word yoga means to unite. In Hindi or Sanskrit, it comes from the word yug, which means to bind, to integrate. When we say to bind and integrate, what are we going to connect with what? We encounter such a question. Now, when you look at yourself, you might think you are a single person. But the concept of singularity is not sufficient to define ourselves. I want you to close your eyes and think about yourself. When we say you, this singular entity we are talking about has 4 different dimensions. The first is the body. When you look at your body, it has different needs, like eating, drinking, and resting. For example, if you want to go to the bathroom while watching me right now, your attention will be there. You will have to pause this video and go to the bathroom. Or even if you're hungry, you have to satisfy your hunger. Therefore, we can say that your body governs you beyond your needs. This is our first part. 2, our mind is another part of us. But when you look at the mind, there are 2 parts in it as well. According to psychology, one of these is the ego, and the other is the superego. And the expectations or commands that both of these have for you are different from each other. While the ego tells you that you know the best of everything, that you are the one who knows the most correct, the superego is constantly trying to bring you down because it knows your shortcomings and problems much better than you do. Therefore, if I say that there are 2 different selves within you working against you, it wouldn't be wrong. The first is our body and the needs of our body. The second is our mind and what our mind tells us. The third is our emotions. Right now, while watching me, you might be sad, you might be cheerful, you might be scared, and all your emotions and the concepts created by your emotions might be pulling you in one direction. When we look at our emotions, if there is something that is upsetting you right now in your mind, or a thought that is causing you to be afraid or worried, the emotions created by these will also prevent you from being in the here and now. Therefore, the third element is emotions. When we look at the fourth element, the final item, it is our soul that forms our energy field. Until today, we may have received information from many different sources that describe our soul to us. But have you ever touched your soul? Have you ever made contact with it? What if I told you that you could touch it? Yes, it is possible. Body, mind, emotions, and soul. Even though each of these may seem like different, separate concepts, it is possible for you to integrate them all. Of course, a question arises. How? One day, I was portraying the sea god Poseidon in the play Anatolian Gods. And I needed to do research for the character I was working on. When I did my research, I found that Poseidon, the sea god, in Greek mythology, is a sea god who holds a trident, has 4 horses, and Poseidon's chariot is pulled by these 4 horses. Poseidon is the sea god and possesses divine powers. And the horses of Poseidon's chariot run in the same direction. This actually shows that the universal power, the cosmos, the divine power, governs us with these 4 horses we call body, mind, emotions, and spirit. So, in which direction are your horses running? Imagine a chariot. We have tied horses to all 4 sides of this chariot, and each horse is running in a different direction. Do you think it's possible to move this chariot? Of course not. Therefore, all these horses need to be in the same direction, moving in harmony with each other. This is where yoga comes in. It is a system that will enable these 4 horses, which we have named body, mind, emotions, and spirit, to run in the same direction. Yoga is not so much the name of something that is done, but rather the name of the umbrella, the overarching system that encompasses all of these. So in this journey, we call yoga, on this path, how can we achieve that integration? This is the main question. In ancient times, from Egypt to Greece, to China, to India, many systems emerged across different geographies of the world and showed people how to undertake this journey of integration. Although all these systems are referred to by different names and steps in each geography, their goals are actually the same: to enable a person to achieve physical, mental, emotional, and holistic unity. Since yoga is a system established in ancient times in India, it has formed an 8-step path. And it says that if you want to achieve this wholeness, you must follow this 8-step journey.